Women's hormonal wellness, the inner symphony no one taught you to conduct. It's not just in your head, it's in your hormones. There comes a point in almost every woman's life when her body begins sending signals she doesn't recognize. You wake up feeling heavy, not just physically, but emotionally. You snap at your partner over nothing. Your period is 2 weeks late, then arrives like a wrecking ball. Your libido? Packed its bags and vanished. And no matter how healthy you try to eat or how many yoga classes you drag yourself to, the scale refuses to budge, and your energy feels like it's been stolen by a ghost. Sound familiar? Now, here's what the world usually tells you. You're stressed. It's your age. It's just part of being a woman. Or worse, it's all in your head. But what if I told you? It's not in your head. It's in your hormones. Hormones are not some mysterious force reserved for pregnancy or puberty. They are the quiet conductors of your daily life. Every thought, craving, mood swing, hot flash, burst of joy, or crash into sadness is touched by them. They orchestrate your sleep, weight, mood, skin, digestion, memory, and yes, even how you show up in the world. When they're in harmony, you feel like yourself. When they're not, you feel like a stranger in your own skin. So why does no one teach women how to read their hormonal map? Why do we accept fatigue, brain fog, anxiety, painful periods, and night sweats as normal, instead of seeing them as warning lights? Why do women constantly get told to push through it, medicate it, or ignore it? Because for decades, women's hormonal health has been misunderstood, under-researched, and frankly, underestimated. But the truth is simple and powerful. You have more control over your hormonal balance than you think. And no, it's not about fixing yourself. It's about listening gently and wisely to what your body is asking for. In this guide, we're not here to throw jargon at you or make you memorize hormone charts. We're here to walk you through what's really going on inside your body through the lens of science, experience, and real women's stories. We'll look at what hormonal balance actually means and why so many women are out of balance. How to spot the subtle signs your body is trying to tell you something. What you can do nutritionally, emotionally, and practically to feel like yourself again. Whether you're navigating your 30s, stepping into perimenopause, or already on the other side of menopause, this is for you. Because hormonal health is not a luxury. It's not a trend. It's a form of power. And reclaiming that power can Part 1. change The everything.
Hormonal symphony inside you. Not just chemistry, but character. Your body isn't broken. It's just talking to you in a language you were never taught to understand. And at the heart of that conversation, hormones. Think of them not as cold medical terms, but as the deeply personal, invisible orchestra that shapes who you are, how you feel, how you think, and how you move through the world. Let's meet the key players in that hormonal symphony, each with her own personality, timing, and impact. 1. Estrogen, the queen of rhythm and radiance. Estrogen is the life-giving hormone. She brings curves, confidence, and clarity. She's responsible for your menstrual cycle, your glowing skin, your thick hair, and even the way your brain wires thoughts together. She also strengthens your bones and helps regulate cholesterol. When she's in balance, you feel sharp, sensual, and strong. When she dips too low, especially around perimenopause, you may notice joint aches, vaginal dryness, mood shifts, or even memory slips that feel frightening. But she's not the only one on stage. 2. Progesterone, the quiet caretaker. While estrogen dances, progesterone grounds. She soothes, calms, and protects, particularly after ovulation and during the luteal phase of your cycle. She helps prepare your uterus for possible pregnancy, reduces anxiety, supports quality sleep, and keeps estrogen in check. When progesterone is too low, estrogen takes over, leading to what's called estrogen dominance, which feels like mood swings, bloating, heavy periods, or an on-edge nervous system that never shuts off. 3. Testosterone, the unsung hero. We often think of testosterone as a male hormone, but women need it too. In fact, it gives us drive, not just in bed, but in life. It fuels libido, supports muscle strength, improves mood, and maintains energy levels. Low testosterone in women often shows up as feeling flat, unmotivated, and disconnected from your sensual self. 4. Cortisol, the firefighter or arsonist. Cortisol is your stress hormone. She saves your life in emergencies, but wrecks it if she never goes off duty. Modern life keeps cortisol on high alert: deadlines, emotional labor, endless notifications, late-night scrolling. Chronically high cortisol can sabotage sleep, spike belly fat, weaken immunity, and hijack your reproductive hormones. In short, when cortisol leads the orchestra, everyone else plays off-key. 5. Insulin, the sugar whisperer. Insulin's job is to shuttle glucose from your blood into your cells. But when you overload on sugar, skip meals, or stress too much, insulin becomes resistant and your cells stop listening. This insulin resistance is one of the biggest culprits behind weight gain, fatigue, cravings, and hormonal chaos, especially in women with PCOS or prediabetes. 6. Thyroid hormones, the metabolic maestro. The thyroid, T3 and T4, sets the pace of your entire system. Like the metronome for your inner orchestra, it controls your body temperature, metabolism, mental clarity, digestion, and energy. Too slow, you'll feel cold, tired, foggy, and gain weight without eating more. Too fast, anxiety, insomnia, and heart palpitations take over. And here's the kicker: thyroid imbalance is often triggered by other hormonal disruptions, especially cortisol and estrogen. Part 2. Warning signs that your hormones are crying out for help. Hormonal imbalances rarely scream at first. They whisper. They sneak in quietly. One missed period here, one sleepless night there, one inexplicable meltdown in traffic, and before you know it, you feel like a stranger in your own body. Here are some of the most common and commonly overlooked signs that your hormonal system is struggling. 1. Your period becomes a mystery. Maybe it arrives late or doesn't show up at all. Maybe it comes with crushing cramps, heavy clots, or rides a roller coaster month to month. Irregular cycles are one of the first red flags of hormonal disruption, often related to estrogen, progesterone, or thyroid hormones. 2. You gain weight, especially around the belly. This isn't about letting yourself go. It's about insulin resistance and high cortisol, which tell your body to store fat even if you're eating less and moving more. Belly fat in women after 35 often isn't about calories, it's about chemistry. 3. Your libido has left the building. If your desire has gone from sometimes to what even is sex, you're not alone. Hormonal shifts, especially low estrogen, testosterone, and thyroid, are huge contributors.
Part 3. Life Stages and Hormonal Turning Points, a Woman's Changing Symphony. Your hormones aren't static. They shift like tides. They rise, fall, pause, and sometimes rage. And if you don't understand the season you're in, you'll misread the signs. Let's walk through the 3 key hormonal seasons of a woman's life, not with fear, but with awareness and compassion. Blooming years, your 20s to 30s. This is the phase of fertility and fire. Estrogen and progesterone perform in rhythm. Ovulation is regular, mostly, and your body feels ready for the world. But modern life doesn't always play fair. Stress, late nights, birth control pills, crash diets, they all mess with your hormonal wiring. You might see PMS that turns you into a stranger, breakouts that feel like teenage déjà vu, a libido that fades under pressure, PCOS symptoms like irregular cycles or stubborn weight. It's the season where you need to protect your rhythm because this foundation affects the decades ahead. 8.
The shifting ground, perimenopause, mid-30s to late 40s. This is the most misunderstood chapter in a woman's life. Estrogen doesn't fall gently. It spikes, dips, and drops unexpectedly. Progesterone starts to fade like background music going silent. You might feel shorter cycles, heavier bleeding, brain fog, memory lapses, night sweats, and sudden anxiety. A shorter fuse with everyone around you. Your body's not betraying you, it's preparing you. But without guidance, many women feel lost here, misdiagnosed with depression, put on sleeping pills, or told it's just stress. What you really need is education, nourishment, and space to breathe. P. The awakening, menopause and beyond, average onset about 51. Menopause isn't the end, it's a reset. After 12 months without a period, your estrogen plateaus. Lower, yes, but steadier. You're not cycling anymore, but you are living fully. Now your body asks for different things. Stronger bones, not just curves. Sleep support, not just skin care. Nervous system healing, not just symptom band-aids. Yes, you may feel hot flashes, insomnia, or intimacy challenges. But with awareness and support, this phase can be powerful, clear, and deeply grounded. Part 4. What really knocks your hormones off balance? Let's cut through the noise. Hormonal imbalance doesn't happen in a vacuum. It's not just age or bad luck. It's usually a storm built over time. Here are the 5 biggest culprits. 1. Chronic stress, cortisol overload. When stress becomes your baseline, cortisol becomes your dictator. It shuts down ovulation, steals progesterone, spikes insulin, and wears down your adrenal system. That tired all the time feeling? It's not in your head. 2. Blood sugar chaos. Thanks refined carbs. Sugar spikes cause insulin to scream, which then messes with your testosterone and estrogen levels. Cue cravings, belly fat, mood crashes, and PCOS symptoms. 3. Environmental toxins, xenoestrogens. From plastic containers to synthetic fragrances to pesticide-laced produce, these estrogen imposters sneak into your system and wreak havoc. Your body doesn't know how to filter fake hormones, so it stores them, and the chaos begins. 4. Poor sleep, or no deep sleep. Your body heals and regulates hormones during deep sleep. Miss that window regularly, and you're setting yourself up for imbalance, especially in cortisol and melatonin. 5. Too much or too little exercise. Chronic HIIT or long-distance cardio can tank ovulation. On the flip side, no movement leads to insulin resistance and estrogen stagnation. The key? Move smart, not extreme. Part 5. How to bring your hormones back into harmony, naturally. Your body wants balance. It's wired for it, but it needs your partnership. Let's talk strategy, not perfection, but practical grace. A. Eat to fuel, not just to fix. Cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, kale help your liver detox excess estrogen. Healthy fats, avocados, flaxseed, olive oil, nourish hormone production. High-quality protein, salmon, eggs, lentils, stabilize blood sugar and support ovulation. Fermented foods, yogurt, sauerkraut, love your gut equals love your hormones. B. Balance your blood sugar like a queen. No more hangry crashes. Part 5. How to support hormonal balance with real-life rhythm, not rigid rules. You don't need perfection. You need consistency with compassion. Hormones don't respond to punishment. They respond to nourishment, rest, and trust. Let's look at 5 powerful but doable ways to bring your hormones back into balance. 1. Feed your hormones, not just your hunger. You can't outsmart hormones with willpower. You have to feed them wisely. Cruciferous veggies like broccoli, Brussels sprouts, and kale help your liver break down excess estrogen. Add them to your lunch like medicine in disguise. Healthy fats like avocado, Olive oil and ground flaxseed aren't the enemy. They're the raw material your body uses to make hormones. Quality protein from salmon, pastured eggs, lentils, or tempeh keeps your blood sugar steady and supports ovulation. Fermented foods, yogurt, kimchi, miso, nurture your gut microbiome, which plays a surprising role in hormone clearance and balance. Let your plate be colorful, alive, and satisfying, not restrictive. Hormonal harmony begins with pleasurable, purposeful eating. 2. Blood sugar, the hidden puppet master. If you ride the blood sugar roller coaster, your hormones will scream at every turn. Start the day with protein plus fat, not just toast or fruit. Avoid skipping meals. You're not being good, you're stressing your system. Watch for the sugar creep. That one cookie after lunch can turn into mood swings at 4 p.m. and cravings by 9 p.m. And yes, gentle intermittent fasting, like a 12 to 14-hour overnight fast, can help, but only if you're sleeping well and not under chronic stress. Hormones hate extremes. 3. Sleep your nightly hormone reset. Sleep isn't just rest, it's repair. This is when your body lowers cortisol, regulates hunger hormones, repairs adrenal function, reboots estrogen-progesterone balance. Protect it fiercely. Power down screens 1 hour before bed. Avoid heavy meals or alcohol late at night. Keep your room cool, dark, and sacred. Aim for 7 to 9 hours. It's not lazy, it's biological necessity. 4. Move with purpose, not punishment. Yes, exercise helps balance hormones, but more isn't always better. Do strength training 2 to 3 times a week to boost insulin sensitivity and preserve muscle, especially after 40. Walk every day, underrated, deeply hormonal. Add restorative movement like yoga, stretching, or dancing to calm cortisol and nourish your nervous system. If your workouts leave you exhausted, wired, or inflamed, it's not helping, it's hurting. 5. Cut the hidden hormone saboteurs. Your environment whispers to your hormones every day. Start clearing the noise. Swap plastic containers for glass or stainless steel. Avoid artificial fragrances, candles, body sprays, fabric softener. Choose organic meats and dairy when possible, especially to reduce hormone residue. Simplify your skincare. Your skin absorbs 60% of what you put on it. Clean living doesn't mean expensive, it means conscious. Part 6. When to call in the pros. Sometimes lifestyle changes help, but not enough. Your hormones may need deeper investigation or targeted treatment. You should see a healthcare provider if your period stops suddenly before 40. You have severe hot flashes, mood crashes, or sleep disruption. You suspect PCOS, endometriosis, or thyroid imbalance. You're gaining weight or losing hair without lifestyle changes. You're curious about bioidentical hormone therapy or adrenal testing. Ask for comprehensive hormone testing. Blood, good for baseline hormones like FSH, LH, testosterone. Saliva, especially useful for cortisol rhythm. Dutch test, urine-based for deep insight into estrogen-progesterone pathways. A functional medicine doctor, hormone-literate OBGYN, or integrative provider can help interpret the full picture, not just your lab values, but your life. Part 7. Supplements that can gently support your system. Caution first. Supplements are not quick fixes. They're tools, not crutches. And you should always speak with a provider before starting them, especially if you're on medication or pregnant. But when chosen wisely, they can nudge your body back into rhythm. Here are a few commonly used and well-researched options. Magnesium, glycinate or citrate. Helps with PMS, sleep, anxiety, and insulin sensitivity. Vitamin D3, essential for estrogen production.
Final words. Coming home to your hormones, coming home to yourself. If you've made it đến tận đây, hãy cho phép tôi nói điều này. Thật lòng, thật sâu. You are not broken. You are not too emotional, too tired, or too much.
You are hormonal, and that is not a weakness. It's a rhythm, a language, a map of your womanhood. For too long, women have been taught to fear their hormones. We've been told they make us unstable, that they're the reason we're moody, irrational, unreliable. And when things start to shift, when our cycles change, when our energy dips, when our desire goes quiet, we're told to suck it up, to push through, to keep pretending. But what if? What if your hormones weren't betraying you, but guiding you? What if every hot flash, every sleepless night, every tear you can't explain wasn't failure, but feedback? A quiet nudge from your body saying, I need more care. I need less pressure. I need you to listen. You see, hormonal wellness isn't about fixing flaws. It's about learning to partner with your biology instead of fighting it. It's about saying no to the diet that starves you, yes to the walk that grounds you, no to the hustle that burns you out, yes to the rest that heals you, no to the silence that hides your truth, yes to the voice that says, this is me now, and I am still whole. Because whether you're 30, 47, or 62, your hormones are changing, and so are you. Not declining, not disappearing, but transforming. And this transformation, it's not the end. It's a homecoming to your deeper strength, your wiser self, your unapologetic truth. So here's my final prescription from doctor to sister, from science to soul. Feed yourself with real food and real joy. Move to feel strong, not to look small. Sleep like your future depends on it, because it does. Detox your home, your plate, and your inner critic. Ask for help, not because you're weak, but because you're wise. And most of all, trust the ancient, intelligent design of your body. You are not lost. You are not late. You are just arriving, fully, finally, into your new season. And I promise you, there is beauty, power, and peace waiting here.